Hey guys, I'm Becky from Book Bite Reviews, and welcome to another reading vlog. Today it is Monday, and it is the final week of the Owls. We only have 4 days of reading left. I have technically 3 books left, only 2 for the Owls, but 3 total in order to finish all the Owls. And I think it can happen, but I'm also real nervous. So let's go ahead and talk about those books. So first up, for Transformation, I have Legendary by Stephanie Garber. I'm also reading this for Rub Club this month, and I'm really excited about it. Legendary is my favorite book of the series. It is so good so far. I'm currently on page 120. I'm using my Scarlet bookmark from the Bookish Box. I'm listening to the audiobook for this, and my plan is to listen to this every day until it's finished while playing Animal Crossing. The next book that I'm reading is Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. This technically does not count for the Owls. I'm reading this as a reread so that I can read Ruthless Gods for the Owls. However, if that doesn't work out, then this will be counting for the class that Ruthless Gods is counting for, which is History of Magic, which is to read a book that features witches or wizards. And since people are doing blood magic and higher power magic, I would consider them technically witches and wizards, so we're just gonna go with it. Right now, I am on page 148 of this book. I'm using the bookmark that I got from Book Gizmo when I bought the book sleeve for this book, which I am totally obsessed with. It has the same artwork as the bookmark, and it is silky and so pretty. So far, I am loving my reread of this. I am annotating it, however, I'm flagging while physically reading and then later going back through and underlining and removing the tabs, just because I feel like it takes away from the deckled edges. So that's what I'm doing. It is slowing me down just a little bit, but not as much if I would have annotated while reading. So, like, we're just doing what we gotta do, okay? Of course, since this was my favorite book of 2019, I'm loving my reread of this. It's just so good, and I see all the hints of things, and I just can't wait to finish this, be totally refreshed, and be able to go into Ruthless Gods. And so, of course, the final book that we're going to try to read in these 4 days is Ruthless Gods by Emily A. Duncan. Now, my only concern is that she is a big book. She is, I think, almost 600 pages. Yeah, it's 500 and some pages. I'm a little nervous, to be honest, but it could happen. It could totally happen. Again, if this doesn't happen, then Wicked Saints will count for Ruthless Gods, but I would really, really like to try to make it happen. So those are my plans for the week. There are no other books that I'm trying to read. That is it. I hope everything works out. We'll have to see how it goes. Last night, I did not tell you guys this in my last vlog, but last night, Sunday night, I watched Frozen 2 for the first time. It was really, really good. However, I don't really understand why people are saying that it's better than the first one. I don't think it is. I definitely love Olaf a whole lot more. I really, really love that they tackle the issue of loss and depression during this movie. However, I didn't feel like it was more fantastic or that I got to know the characters more or really much of anything. I also don't like the songs better. Yeah, I'm sorry if that's a super unpopular opinion, but I definitely like Frozen 1 way better than Frozen 2, and I don't understand why people are saying the opposite. But alright guys, I'm gonna head to work now. It is Monday. I need to go to work, and I'm not that happy about it, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Hey guys, so today it is Thursday, the last day of April, the last day of the Owls, and I haven't finished anything. So today I do have to go to work. As you know, I've been working from home, but I do need to get to work. So while I'm working, I am going to listen to my audiobook of Legendary. I only have a half hour left, so I have been reading, but definitely not as much as I should have been. So I have a half hour left of that, and then I do need to read Wicked Saints. I have not read any of that in this period. So yeah, Ruthless Gods is not going to happen at all. and that's fine. I do have other books done that could count for my career, so I could technically just plot those in and be done with it, but I would rather get as much done as I possibly can. So I'm going to listen to the last little bit of Legendary, and then I'm going to try to finish Wicked Saints tonight before midnight. It might be able to happen. Worst case scenario, I could pretend that I live in California and go by their time. So that means I could technically read until 3 a.m. That's another possibility. So I don't know. We'll have to see what all gets done, but wish me luck. It's the last day. I'm honestly kind of sad because I love the owls, but the pressure is real, guys. The pressure is real. Hey everyone, so I have just finished Legendary. It was so freaking good. Of course it was even better the second time. I did take some notes throughout of some places that I would like to annotate in my physical copy. It was just an overall really, really great experience. So that means that my exam for Transfiguration is complete. I only have one more book left, which is Wicked Saints. I have 283 pages left, which will take me about 5-ish hours, I want to say. So I'm not positive if it's gonna get done. I'm gonna try my best. I've even considered maybe just listening to the audiobook and taking notes of places I want to annotate, but I don't know yet. So I think I'm going to physically read until my meeting that I have to go to for work, and then, which is about a half hour, and then I think I may try the audiobook just to see if I can get that done in time. But we're cutting it close here, people. We are definitely cutting it close. So as soon as the owls are over, I will update you guys on everything that was read. We will determine whether or not I have completed my requirements for my career. And yeah, so I will see you guys later. Hey guys, so it is just past midnight and I have finished Wicked Saints. I think it was like 12:38 when I looked at the clock when I read the last page. So technically like 47, I think, of the pages were read after midnight, but I think it still counts because I didn't stop reading at midnight. I just tracked what page I was on and then I kept going. So we're gonna say it's a win. It's counting for the owls. It's done, okay, people? Technically, like I said, on the other half of the US, the owls are still going on for 2 more hours. So don't even come at me, bro. It's counting. So that means I have read all 12 books for the owls. Now, are they the books that were in my TBR? Not so much. Were they the books that I then changed them to? Not so much. But that's alright, because either way, I still read 12 freaking books in the month of April. Actually, I think more than that. I'll have to double check. I still read 12 books. I read all of the books for the owls and accomplished my career. And also all of the certificates. So I am so freaking proud of myself. Even though I have earned all of the certificates minus the Dragon Trainer, I talked about that I think in last week's vlog, I'm still going to tell you all the ones that I got because every time I reached one I would tell you. So let's just go through and see what all certificates I have earned. So we already know I passed all 12 classes. If you want to know what book I took for each exam, you can watch all my other previous vlogs, or you can wait for my wrap up, which will probably go up like next week or the week after. But as far as my certificates, I now have a certificate for Animagus training. I have the Locomotive Train Operator certificate, Magical Shop Management, Merpeople Linguistics, and Legal Defense of Fantastic Beasts seminar completed. I know that they mean nothing, but they just make me happy, and that's the point. So I just added it up, and I have read 13 books in the month of April, which is honestly just insane. In March I read 4. I'm real pumped, guys. I'm so pumped. I'm so happy that I completed the owls. I'm pretty sure that last year I did not complete all 12. I did complete whatever I needed for my career, which last year was to be a Ministry of Magic worker, but I'm pretty sure that I did not finish all 12 prompts. But this year I did, plus one more extra book. So I'm just living the dream. So just as a final wrap up of what we did this week, which really was only 4 days, I finally finished Wicked Saints. I annotated it. As you can probably see, the first little bit does not have tabs, but that's because I've decided I don't want to leave the tabs in. I want to go through, underline it, and take out the tabs because it has the deckled edges, and I feel like the tabs like take away, and it's kind of hard to place them because each page is a different length, and I want to be able to see them all, so we're just gonna scrap them. These are just here for now for me to mark, but as you can tell, I had a lot of tabs and I really, really, really enjoyed my reread of this book. It was so freaking good the second time around. I just loved it. It's so amazing. If you haven't read Wicked Saints, you must. You absolutely must. And then this week I also reread Legendary by Stephanie Garber. I reread this because the Rub Club asked me to give it a rating so that they knew what to put in their catalog for it. I absolutely loved this reread as well. It was so great. This is my favorite book in the Caraval series and I absolutely loved it. I can't wait to reread Finale because I feel like I rushed through it a little bit too much just because I was so eager to read it, and I feel like I didn't like it as much. Like, I don't remember loving it. So I'm excited to read that and see what I thought. But for this one, I did tab a couple of things in it. I wasn't planning on annotating it, but the second half, there's a lot of things that are my favorite parts and why this book is my favorite. So, of course, I had to then start randomly annotating. But alright guys, that is everything that I have for you for the final week of April, the final week of the Owls. This was awesome. I really hope that if you guys weren't able to participate in the Owls, that you make the time to do so before the Newts happen. The Newts happen in August, I believe. So you do have all of May, June, and July to go ahead and take the Owls on your own. I highly suggest that you do because it'd be super duper fun to participate in the Newts with you. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, to please give it a thumbs up. If you loved it and you want to see more bookish content from me, please hit subscribe. And if you want to be notified as soon as my videos go live here on YouTube, hit the notification bell. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!